Hello and welcome to Brainetainment, the digital library of knowledge designed to feed your curiosity and inspire a healthier lifestyle. Here at Brainetainment, we're committed to delivering quality content that sparks your interest and fuels your pursuit of health and wellness. Today, we're tackling an interesting topic: foods to avoid when you have gout. Gout, a form of arthritis, can be a tricky condition to manage, but with the right dietary choices, it's possible to keep it under control. Join us today as we delve into the world of nutrition to understand the foods to avoid when you have gout. Before we dive into the list of foods, it's crucial to understand what gout is. Gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis that presents itself through sudden, severe attacks of pain, redness, and tenderness in joints, often the base of the big toe. It's caused by an excess of uric acid in the blood. This acid forms crystals that deposit in the joints, causing inflammation and intense pain. Now, what causes this excess uric acid, you may ask? The body produces uric acid when it breaks down purines, substances found naturally in our body but also in certain foods, which we'll discuss in a moment. The symptoms of gout are hard to ignore. An attack can wake you up in the middle of the night with a sensation that your big toe is on fire. The affected joint is hot, swollen, and so tender that even the weight of a sheet on it may seem intolerable. Certain foods and beverages can trigger or exacerbate these gout attacks. They do this by increasing the uric acid levels in the body. These foods include those high in purines, certain types of meats, seafood, and sugary beverages. So, it's clear that diet plays a significant role in managing and preventing gout attacks. Now that we've grasped the basics of gout, let's move on to the foods that could be harmful. First on our list of foods to avoid are red meat and seafood. Now, this may be a bit of a downer for the steak and lobster lovers out there, but let me explain why these might not be the best choices for those living with gout. Red meat and seafood, like shellfish, are rich in a natural compound called purines. Now, purines aren't inherently bad. In fact, they're found in virtually all foods and are an essential part of our DNA. However, the issue arises when we consume them in excess, especially from certain sources. When we digest foods high in purines, our bodies produce a substance called uric acid. Under normal circumstances, uric acid is excreted through our urine. But if the body either produces too much uric acid or excretes too little, then uric acid can build up in the bloodstream. This buildup can lead to the formation of sharp, needle-like crystals in the joints or surrounding tissues, causing the severe pain and inflammation characteristic of gout. Now, this doesn't mean that you should completely eliminate red meat or seafood from your diet, but it does mean that if you're prone to gout, you might want to consider limiting your intake or choosing leaner cuts of meat and lower purine seafood options. Let's take a moment to appreciate the culinary delights that are a juicy steak or a plate of prawns. They're delicious, aren't they? But they're also high in purines. So, for those of us with gout, we need to be mindful of our consumption. Consider this: a serving of red meat or shellfish has about 4 to 5 times the amount of purines as one serving of vegetables. So the next time you're faced with a menu decision, perhaps opt for the grilled chicken or the vegetable stir-fry. Remember, moderation is key when it comes to red meat and seafood. It's not about deprivation, but rather about making informed decisions that support your overall health and well-being. Next on our list are sugary foods and beverages. Now, you might be thinking, what do sweets and sodas have to do with gout? Well, it turns out quite a lot. You see, these sugary delights are often high in fructose. Fructose, apart from being a sweetener, is also a purine. Purines are natural substances found in our bodies and in some foods. When we consume purines, our bodies break them down to produce uric acid. Normally, uric acid dissolves in our blood, passes through our kidneys, and is eliminated in urine. But sometimes, when we consume too many purine-rich foods, the body can't keep up with the uric acid production, and we end up with high uric acid levels. This can lead to the formation of sharp, needle-like crystals in a joint or surrounding tissue that causes the pain, inflammation, and swelling associated with gout. And here's the kicker: fructose, the sweet stuff in our beloved desserts and drinks, is one of the most potent purine sources. It's like a Trojan horse, hiding in our favorite treats and wreaking havoc on our bodies. So, What are some examples of these high fructose culprits? Well, they are everywhere, from the obvious ones like candies, cookies, cakes and sodas to the less obvious ones like certain fruits, honey and even some vegetables. Yes, that's right. Not all fruits and vegetables are gout friendly, but don't despair. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate all sweets and treats from your life. Moderation is key. Try to limit your intake of high fructose foods and beverages and opt for low fructose alternatives where possible. For instance, berries and cherries are low in fructose and have been shown to lower uric acid levels. So it might be time to rethink that daily soda or dessert habit. Remember, your health is worth more than a momentary sugar rush. Alcohol, particularly beer, also makes our list of foods to avoid when you have gout. Now, just as with most things in life, it's all about moderation. But when it comes to gout, alcohol can be a real stickler. You see, alcohol can interfere with the removal of uric acid from the body. This pesky compound is what causes those painful gout attacks. When you consume alcohol, your kidneys prioritize getting rid of the alcohol first, leaving uric acid to build up. This buildup can in turn lead to higher uric acid levels in your bloodstream, potentially triggering a gout attack. And it's not just any alcohol we're talking about. Beer in particular is a double whammy. Not only does it contain alcohol that interferes with uric acid removal, but it also has a high purine content. Purines are substances that your body breaks down into uric acid. So the more purines you have, the more uric acid your body produces and the higher your risk for a gout attack. And while we're on the topic, it's worth mentioning that spirits and wines, especially those rich, full-bodied reds, can also increase your uric acid levels. So if you're dealing with gout, it might be a good idea to rethink that evening tipple. While an occasional drink may not harm, frequent and heavy drinking could increase your risk. So perhaps it's time to raise a glass to good health and consider some more gout-friendly alternatives. So there you have it, a rundown of the foods to avoid when you have gout. Let's just take a moment to recap what we've learned. Gout, an often painful condition, is closely linked with our dietary choices. By understanding what foods to avoid, we can better manage this condition and potentially alleviate some of the discomfort. Firstly, we discussed red meat and seafood. While these foods might be a delicious part of many people's diets, they can be problematic for those with gout due to their high purine content. Instead, consider opting for leaner meats or plant-based protein sources, which are lower in purines. We also explored sugary foods and beverages. These are not only bad for our overall health, but they can exacerbate gout symptoms. High fructose corn syrup in particular is a major culprit, so instead of reaching for that sugary drink, why not try a refreshing glass of water or a cup of herbal tea? Alcohol, especially beer and spirits, was another key topic. These drinks can increase uric acid levels in the body and trigger gout flares. Moderation is key here, and opting for lower purine drinks like wine in moderation can be a better choice. However, remember that everyone is unique. What works for one person may not work for another. The foods and drinks that trigger gout attacks can differ from person to person. So while this guide provides a good starting point, it's crucial to consult with your healthcare provider for personalized dietary advice. They can help you devise a diet plan that suits your individual needs and lifestyle, helping you to manage your gout more effectively. In the end, managing gout is about more than just avoiding certain foods. It's about embracing a healthier lifestyle overall. Regular exercise, plenty of water, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep all play a part in managing this condition, so remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are many resources available, including channels like ours, to help you navigate the path to better health. Thank you for tuning in to Braintainment. We hope that this video has provided some valuable insights into the link between diet and gout. Our aim is to bring you the most accurate, up-to-date information to help you make informed decisions about your health. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more insightful videos. By doing so, you'll be the first to know when we release new content. From understanding complex health conditions to exploring the latest in nutrition science, we've got you covered. Stay healthy, stay informed.